us out.
Take her out.
Every Friday night, join the fun and let's go OffWorld. Geek out with us live, where the nerdiness will thrive. Buckle up and let's go OffWorld. Toys, comics, pop culture news, movies, and so much more. Matthew, Jesse, Curtis, and Sean are your guides on this fun-filled tour. Blast off! Take flight each and every Friday night. Join the fun and let's go OffWorld. Let's go OffWorld. Let's go OffWorld. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go OffWorld tonight.
Well, hello. I think I'm trying to get a little reverberation. Let me turn down the volume here. Okay. Testing. Testes. 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm going to try. Hold on. Test something. This is going to be a shit show, just so you guys know, because I've never done this before. So try to make this work, because I've got my phone hooked up and I've got my camera mic hooked up here. So we're going to see how this goes. And let me try to disconnect. And then reconnect. All right. How's this? Beautiful. Okay. So, yeah, this is OffWorld. Normally it's on Friday nights. And right now I'm going to do a tour of my collection. So, just wanted to let you guys know I've got my phone hooked up as the other person in here. So I'm going to be turning that on in a second. And I'm not sure how this is going to go. I've got my Wi-Fi turned off on my phone because I'm going to go out to the garage and try to get some of my collection in the garage as well as my collection in here. I did not clean up or straighten anything. So whatever you see today is what my house and my collection actually looks like now. And I understand there's some stuff that's mixed together that I need to get more room for, that I need to try to get some other display stuff for. But just FYI. So without further ado, let me add my phone in here, and I'll take this one off. All right, so now hopefully you're hearing me through my earbuds. It looks like on my screen it's a little choppy, but we're going to go with this and see how this works. I'll just try to go slowly. So at my top of my detox here, I've got a couple Total Chaos figures in the back. Got the Corn Boy figure and the Bill Mancuso one. Both of those are signed by those guys. At Legion's Con. I'm not going to move that stuff around, but so got two of those. Got some Silverhawks, Super 7, Ramen mixed together. Got this Magnus that I won from Ryan Zarek on the Legion's Lair episode, and Ryan did sign it right here at the top, so that's cool. Got my Mezco Batman with this cool little Dio kind of piece that I got off of eBay. Couple Mafex Supermans, waiting for my steel to come in that should be hitting Big Bad Toy Store here any day now. my McFarlane Batmobile that I repainted, and then I've got some trolls. So I've got the ice troll there with my LBC sign. He's kind of hiding it, but a little LBC sign, which is pretty cool. My office troll, his glasses fell off. Got this Brontus. This fur that he's wearing is something my wife's testing out. She's doing some soft goods for Legion's Con. So that's a piece that she's testing out for that. And I'm sorry, let me see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see the comments. Yeah, I guess if I go to comments, I can see it. But I may miss some as I'm going through, but I'll try to catch them after I'm done with the tour. So there's another troll. I've got this cool little photo book that my wife got me after Legion's Con last year. It's got a lot of photos with my friends and selfies and stuff in it. There's my Blue Falcon tribute, Eagleus, Cardinus. So those are my birds. In the background, you got a Xanthor sketch. We've got a Xanthor that's colored in, and King He-Man. So got a lot of these Simon Soul or Simon Soul He-Man posters that I've got framed. I think right now I've only got 2 left that are still up, but I've got a bunch in the garage. Then I've got Gorgo and Attila signed. Got the Sir Gerard signed by Jeremy, and then the Furious Four signed by My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me guys. Also got this little Boba Fett I just got here. This is the Intern for a Day Malleus that I painted. Then a couple heads. The one is from Steven. This one is from Steven. This one is from Emil. And got a couple there from Dennis Derby that I haven't put on yet. So that's the top of my DTOS. Let me check the comments, and then we'll start looking into the DTOS. Some vintage troll dolls. Yes, I do have a lot of selfies. Yeah, that Boba Fett Billy was just on sale. It was a one-day sale at Big Bad Toy Store for like $45. It's now back up to $75. But Emil and Steven are both good at head. They both have really good paint jobs. But yeah, I couldn't pick between them. I think Steven more specializes in painting heads, whereas Emil's more at the tributes. But they're both awesome. So, all right. So now going inside the first DTOF, start with part of my Xylonis flock. I've got a World of Warcraft figure back there, Night Elf, just because I think it fits in well with Xylonis flock. This is a custom that I made using parts from Legion Shop. Just because you got to change up Bryophytus because, you know, it's Bryophytus. But I do have one Bryophytus as is. So this is continuing with my Xylonis. That ice 3-tier thing was put together by my wife. She cut that dio and painted it up. Then I go into my very small convocation. We've got a custom Night Elf there that I made. Then we've got that I got a gnome as well as the Oxalato there, and then Hera, who is just amazing. Those soft goods come from Max Bird, and they're so good. So, and then at the very bottom, I've got my Equidrons with some capes that I also got from Max Bird. So, next we have vampires. So we go into Alithias. So first we had Xylona and Convocation. Now we've got Alithia. So we got her on her horse. I had to steal Varg's wrist straps, so he's got spiky ones now because they're cool and I needed them for Blue Falcon. Did not give him the wings. I like him better without the wings. So gave those to Disabilis. Then we got some more vamps down here. This one in front is a Vampire Me that is from Hutter Customs. Did that as a custom for me. And then the sentries on the outside are the kits from Legion Shop that are really cool. There's my Vorgus. This like Dracula one. That head was painted by Robert Espino. And then I put the rest of the custom together. There's the Damascus Prince from Planetary Dog. It's a really cool set. That head in the back that's on Carpathius, I believe Hobby Lobby, Chris Middlecamp painted that. And then this one is the head from the Heads pack. I just put on the Lord Dragul. So I like that. Going down, I've got, we start getting into my Poxus. So I got a couple demons there. Got my demon dwarf. I do have Illidan mixed in the back from World of Warcraft because he's cool. And then the ogre Minotaur. Those are parts from my action figure customs. Really love that set with the yoke and the head, and yeah, it looks really cool. And then down at the bottom, I've got a couple night elves, shadow elves. Got that like shaman or whatever in the middle that I made. So just a few more from the Poxus. So far we've had Xylona, Convocation, Alithia, and Poxus. Let me check the comments again, see if we got anything else to address. A couple people at work. That horse has a name. Okay, I'm sure it does. Horses sometimes have names. There's too many of them. I can't remember all the horse names because they keep putting them out. Yeah, I could see where Legends of Grayskull is finding this boring because they like to talk about He-Man every episode for 100+ episodes because that doesn't get boring. All right, next we go into some Aetheron. So we got the Templars, which I got actually some more over there in another detop that I need to put back in here. Got Gideon here, which I need to put his cape back on. I took it off so that my wife could look at the soft goods and she's working on some soft good stuff right now. I wanted to take a look at that one, but I need to put that back on. Got my little Tink Fizzlebottom here. One of my favorite customs with his little, his big mechanical hand and then his small techno gizmo hand. Then you go into my dwarves, which are a separate faction in my setup. So all the dwarves go together. We've got that one there that was, oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. Shoot, I'll have to update that later. But I won that one in the middle from one of the auction or one of the raffles. Also, that one there is the community one that mostly painted by Zombie, and you got some struck soft goods on there. In the back, you've got my blacksmith, which has got some stuff from Toy Forge, as well as that apron from Strupp. This one is one of my favorites. This is one that I got from Legion's Con from Late Night LeBron. Did an amazing job on that purple. And I'm not sure if it's going to show up in the video, but it's got that really cool metallic purple. Here is my Jugger Dwarf with the battering ram. The Jugger Dwarf part was painted by Jesse Arnold, and then the battering ram is the cool one that Anthony Hausiel brought for the Toy Forge at Legion's Con, and I love that thing. And then in the back we have the dwarf-like fountain from Alexander Deshaw and his Gizmo customs. So, and then at the bottom, got Torgan on a moose. We've got the D20 boar with a custom dwarf on it. And then Bromden, my Ram Man tribute. And then Ragnar. So there's two more of my factions covered. Next, we've got Necronominus. And this is a really cool dio that my wife put together for me while I was at Legion's Con last year. So I got these pictures while I was there, and I was just blown away. The throne is from a Diamond Select Mephisto that I know a lot of people had. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. I know a lot of people have used that throne before because it's kind of a cool one. And then, she did all the dial work there behind it, and then the cloth in the background and the bricks on the wall. And I just really love that. So got her in the middle with her little chalice, and then her brothers on either side. Then going down, got some more skellies. A lot of customs in here. Just things that I put together. That Jester one, the head that I painted for the deluxe one, this Templar skeleton. This one is a Zombie 13. This is my Dwarf Hunter, Fibular. Love this guy. He's one of my favorites in my collection. And then Okiedos, which I was surprisingly, I enjoyed this one. I did not expect to, but it's really cool. Then coming down further, got to have Lich King if you're going to have an undead army. So there's my Lich King. Got this one here is a custom by Nikki Nicole, which is really cool, using some Lord Dragul parts and then orc skeleton head. Got this one here that I put together using a orc skeleton head from Stephen Bisciotti. So that's one of his paint jobs. And then Grim Reaper one that I put together. And then this one here is a Brian Burke head that was painted by Eric Miller, as well as some Uncle Jim's parts that go with that. And then at the bottom, I've got my Sons of the Red Star. So I've got my makeshift Keltis using the Zazar body, Templar. I got my Templar Cat and Templar Skelly. And then you got those other figures, Sir Gerard and Lord Batarius. So got some stuff at the bottom there. So that's two more DTOFs done. Halfway through the DTOFs, check the comments again. Dooch left, so that's great. I'm happy about that. Wow, Dooch is leaving. Yeah, we're not going to be upset about Dooch leaving. It's cool. Thank you, Payne, about the setup. Yeah, I think it's kind of a clean look. I do need to do some dusting in there, but for the most part, I like the way that the wires are kind of hidden on the lighting. So, okay. So next we've got our Leodicius army. So you got old school Attila there on one of the horses. I think that's Balius, but I really don't care because horses, I don't know. There's just too many of them. Got my fire gnome here. My Orctilla that I put together with the new Attila armor, which I love. My makeshift Otho. I did have a different head on there that was from, I believe, Planetary Dog Toys, and then I switched it out with the bishop head for the Mesco bishop, which I think looks cool. And then this ogre that I did on the back with the Odin head and a couple parts from like Storm Collectibles on the, I think it's Storm Collectibles that torso's from. Actually, no, it was Magic the Gathering figure that armor came from. And then that spear is from a Mondo Merman, I believe. So, Coming down, got a few more for Leodicius. Got our Magnus, Faustia, Hadriana, um, Kauros. Got my makeshift Man at Arms. Um, this one in the back is the Gadriel head on the Legion Builder body, because I took the Gadriel body. Not sure if I mentioned that one earlier, but took the Gadriel body and put the was that the Ravina head on there to make that cleric, which is one that was a recipe from Jeremy. And then got my Executioner in the background using that kind of crazy sculpt from Emil and Steven in the God's Fire line. Got my Noble Barch and Bothar, and then Atlas, and I use that one, the head from the Hedge Pack on Cassia, which I think looks really nice. And then down below, I've got kind of my Gladiator, Mercurian type army. So a lot of customs in there. A couple of the X-ray figures, and just a lot of different stuff in there. I think my favorite one's probably this skeleton in the middle that uses a head from Wolf King Customs. So then Calavius is really cool too. Next, we start getting into Arethyr, which is by far my biggest faction, which you can imagine because there's the most figures for it. So you got Arethyr himself and Gorgo, and my Belphegor, I put those Dark Redeemer wings on it from McFarlane, which I think looks really cool on him. Then you got my green orcs. So put the new Gorgo armor on this one. Got a couple females throughout. I really love Urxa. I changed her up a little bit, added some fur, some more armored pieces. Just kind of like battle her up a little bit. This one back here is one from Stephen Bisciotti. Got that in a trade from Travis. This one I got in the back here, I got from Tim Peak, but it's a Zombie 13 one. So that one's really cool as well. And then my kind of Trapjaw tribute there. And then this one, I believe, is from Luis Torres. Coming down, got my goblins. So got Noglin there on the throne, and then all the other goblins around him. Don't really have too many custom goblins. Just got this one on the Gamorrean Guard, and then the one in the back that I kind of made. I felt like this was like a, I don't know, almost like a labyrinth type goblin, armored up goblin. So, and then at the bottom, got some ogres, as well as a World of Warcraft statue there. Kind of fit in. Next, we'll go into some more Arethyr, but let me check the comments because that's 2 more DTOFs. Not enough horses. Okay.
I found this on the web.
Each their own. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think we'll keep going. So next we have, this is the orc version of me. So that's using a 3D scan of my head, but then changed up into an orc with the kind of wolf headdress on it. That in the back is a Gladiator Hulk that I painted up red and then put a custom ogre head on it. And then I used the helmet for Archimedes, but put some horns on it. So that's all that is in the back. Then this one is not the head from the Hedge Pack. This is a demon that I made up. It's probably one of my first customs, actually. So that's using that torso, I believe, is from my action figure customs. And then I painted up that head. Like I said, that's about 2 years ago at this point. So I really have a spare red demon head. Somebody needs one. This custom is really cool in the back. That's my Fury Clan Fuzz Monk that Jesse made up for me. It's got a real cool story that fits in with some of his other Fuzz Monks that he's made. So I really love that one. Um, that's kind of my Too Bad tribute. I wanted to have one that was half Fury Clan, half regular Green Orc. So that's what that is. Got a couple regular Fury Clan members. Um, then my Red Demon Dwarf. I really like this. This is my like general. Um, I like him a lot. I like how that head came out. Um, and then he's got an axe from it's like the Frostmourne axe from World of Warcraft, but painted up a little bit different. And then my Red Bull. This was before the Praetorian. So then down below, I've got my Gorthok in the back. I've got him with the Unknown One wings because I thought it matched his skin tone really well. Also put some of the Unknown One armor on it. So I call that Gorthok Ascended. Then just got some purple orcs here. So that's that one I call the Axeman. That one's just a normal Cowros with the helmet from Zombie, or the mask from Zombie, make him look like Panther or Panther. And then this was the other Gorthok parts that I used to make a custom with the leftover parts from Unknown. So basically, I took the Gorthok 2 heads, and between that body and the Unknown One body, I made 2 Shadow Orcs out of it. And then this is Walthog's Death Squad. So that's my action figure customs Walter Orc head. And I made kind of 2 companion pieces for him. So he's got like this death squad that they send in on missions. This is kind of like the SEAL Team 6 of the Arethyrs army. So, and then got some remaining Arethyr pieces down below. So Black Knight, you got Warrior. This knight in the back was done by Dennis Derby, so that's cool. And then for the last DTOF, starting out at the top. Oh, sorry, Praetorian fell down. Starting at the top, I got my Mud Thumps. Do not have a Billy right now. I sold my Billy at Legion's Con, and I'm working on a new one, but he's not quite done yet. That hut was made by my wife. Obviously, all the Mud Thump heads, credit to Emil and Steven for the amazing work they did on those stories and everything. Really cool. Then I've got my Furious 6. So it's the Furious 4 plus the Cody Cat. And then I got my Emil in the background. That is a head that was done by Emil, and I'm using it as my Emil. And I just kind of wanted to put him in with the Furious 4. So I've got a Furious 6. And then these are just some ones that I haven't really put away yet. So I've got the Judge, just a regular Templar Knight. I've got what is it? Yokar and I can't even remember the names, but these are 2 from God's Fire. And then my Okiedos. And then this one from Steven is one of my favorites. If you haven't picked up that head, like that one's awesome. I incorporated some parts from Walter DeMarco in there, the torso and the wrist wraps and stuff. But I know this is like his first sculpt, I think, but I just love it. It's got so much personality to it. So yeah, I just love that guy. And then down at the bottom, I just got one more Templar and the Angel Knight. So once again, that last one kind of needs some work. So you guys are seeing the real thing here, not the, like I said, I didn't clean up anything or whatever beforehand. So let me check the comments again. See if we got anything else. Love that Hulk. Cool, thank you. Ragnar, such an underrated figure. Okay. I mean, she's okay. Uh, I could imagine them doing better if they did another female dwarf, but um, and Kevin, whether you're live or watching on replay or whatever, I appreciate anybody that's just checking this out. Once again, I'm just kind of um, testing the waters with this because I've never done a stream with my phone and the other camera live, so seeing how this goes. All right, so let's get back to it. So here's my Mondo Skeletor from the Revelation series. Mondo actually sent this to me for free for some kind of consulting that I did with them on some of the He-Man parts that were having some issues. So that was pretty cool of them. Coming over here, I've got my X-Men squad that I've been putting together. So it's coming along pretty nicely. I got a few things on order that I'm waiting to come in, but I'm pretty happy with it. I did just purchase a HasLab Sentinel that I'll be picking up at Legion's Con, and then I'm definitely going to need some space for these guys because this is normally where I kind of shoot photos and stuff of custom figures, and now I have no room because I've got all these X-Men here. With the crash box display behind it. This was actually, these pillars were from Crashbox as well. They sent them unpainted. It was kind of a test thing that Chris was doing, where he sent them unpainted and my wife painted them up. So I'm not sure if he's going to have that as an unpainted set, but it's really cool. And then coming down, I've got this curio cabinet here that's got a lot of my Mondo stuff. So you've got the Hordak, Skeletor. This is the old He-Man body with the new He-Man head. I really liked the Mondo take on the He-Man body. Just the head sucked ass. So this is much better. And then got some golden books in the background, as well as some of those like dollar store figures. I love those golden books. Then we've got the original Scareglow that they did, which I like a lot better than the classics version. Their Keldor, which I like that flaming head is really cool. And then the Thunder Punch He-Man, and that's just, using the rest of that new body with the new head. And I love that, the flaming hand he's got there, which is really cool. And then back in the background there, you can see I've got some of the old Motu erasers and DVD set, Power and Honor book. Then down below, I've got Merman, Man-at-Arms, Faker with the destroyed or damaged head, and then some more just Motu books. So that's pretty much it for inside. I'm now going to take you outside, and this is where it could get a little choppy. So I've got my Wi-Fi turned off so that I can go in the garage, because I know if I have my Wi-Fi on, it's definitely going to cut out. So I'm going to head to the garage, show you some of my vintage stuff, and we'll see if this stream holds up. So, nice day out. Get a little vitamin D. Nice and sunny. All right. Let me put in my password, no looking. All right. Once again, did no cleanup for this. So what you see is how it really looks in here. First off, I've got some turtles. So I've got like the vintage reproduction ones, Super Shredder, the second movie Turtles, some Super 7 stuff, and then just some more vintage stuff at the bottom. Going over, Got these Batman heads that were on clearance at Walgreens, and they were like a paint your own Batman kind of head. So I did that first one in like the Red Hood colors. My wife did that second one, the Harley Quinn colors. Then my daughter did the Wolverine type one, and then my son did the Deathstroke. So got some of these little figures like I don't know if they're chess pieces or what they are, but they're like little heavy lead figures. Um, got the Storm Collectibles Lobo with the custom head that I painted and the severed Superman head, and the custom his dog. Couple McFarlane figures. I've got more McFarlane in the house up in the bedroom that I forgot to look at. Then I've got some of the Batman Returns figures, and I've actually got some in the house because we just did a special the other night on some forgotten toy lines. So I've got some of those in the house that I forgot to put back out here. Some more down here. So I got the Batman Returns cards, the Bruce Wayne that transforms into Batman, Marlon Wayans Robin. So, and down at the bottom we got the old Superpowers Batmobile with Batman and Robin, and just some other random assortment of crap. Up top here, got that Zeus Berserker figure, which is kind of cool. I know they got a Hades that's out now that I'm probably not going to get that, but figured I wanted to get a Zeus. Super 7 Voltron, kept that in the package. Yeah, I think it displays nicely in the package. My only Silverhawks vintage figure that I have, Mumbo Jumbo. He was my favorite villain. Soundwave, that's a reissue Soundwave with some tapes. Got some Secret Wars here in the background. Some like in package Secret Wars. So got Doctor Doom and Doc Ock, both Spider-Mans. A couple loose ones as well. Some of these die-cast metal X-Men figures, big and small Cable. Got some of these pocket comic ones. Not sure if you guys remember these. But they had like the real tiny figures, and those like comics opened up into like a danger room or stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. The reproduction Ghostbusters, old school Godzilla. Got some Captain Power here. There's another one that we were doing the other night that I forgot to put back out here. So I've got a couple more Captain Power, but some of the old WWE wrestlers. Star Wars Biker Scout. Looked like Sarge's hat fell off. Serpentor. Some Terminator, Rambo, Zartan. Then at the bottom, got some Battle Beast. The little kids work Ninja Turtle, or Thundercats. Once again, I got some more of those in the house as well. And then the Super 7 Monkey and Panthro, which were my favorite two Thundercats growing up. So, next, some of this. So, got old school Castle Grayskull up top, old school Snake Mountain, vintage Scareglow, King Randor. Mine never had the chest plate or the cape, so I just chained him up to Snake Mountain so that he could be rescued. Mostly vintage He-Man here, some Origins mixed in, but mostly vintage. Coming down, we got some more of the erasers in package. The little Mega Constructs ones. couple customs I did, some cards, and then the really big 12-inch masters. And then finally, we've got Classics Castle Grayskull. We got Procrustes, which was my favorite Classics figure. And then Granamir, which everybody that's asking for a Four Horseman Dragon, there it is. That's your Four Horseman Dragon. And then just a bunch of extra Mythic Legions. Too many to count, really. I've probably got, I don't know, like 100 of those in the garage. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys were able to see all that. Hopefully it didn't get too choppy. I'm going to head back in the house now and go back on the regular camera and see if there's any questions I can answer. The only thing I really didn't show you is up in my bedroom, which is also my office. I've got a few McFarlane figures. DC, I've got a Bat Family and like a Justice League up there, as well as just some like other random DC characters. So, but all right, back in the house. Get over the computer, and hopefully that worked out well. We'll see. Let's see what you guys' comments are. All right, let me switch over. All right, I'm back. Okay. Let me scroll back up through the comments. And turn up the volume. All right. Let's Go Off-World podcast is clearly his superior. Okay. Sorry, breathing a little heavy. It's a little hot out there. What else we got? Yeah, a lot of factions within the. I see that with a ton of factions within the Mythic Legion. I try to keep most of my stuff separated by faction, but I do keep the dwarves separately because I don't like how they're spread out in all the different factions. I like them together. So, better rake that yard. Well, Billy, you need to come and do some more raking. It's been a while. So, Danny wants to see the bedroom toys. Well, I don't think they'd be as impressive as you think. They're just McFarlane DC. It's not like anything exciting. Yes, Secret Wars, especially the Spider-Man, the black Spider-Man, the regular Spider-Man. Those really, when I saw those when I was a kid, I just thought they were really cool. And I like the shields with the kind of tells a story on the hologram or not the hologram, but the, I don't know what you call that, where it shifts when you turn it. I don't think that's really a hologram. It's a 3D, I guess. This was great, Curtis. Well, thank you. Wicked collection. Thank you very much. Oh, and says video quality was great. So that's excellent because I was very nervous about that, especially going out to the garage because typically the cell service out there, whether I'm on Wi-Fi or off Wi-Fi, is pretty terrible. So I'm glad that came out okay. Anything else? Any questions you guys have, or anything that you saw that you have want to comment on? Tell me my garage is a mess or anything like that. I actually, there's 10 people in here. I really did not expect to have that many people. So appreciate you guys showing up. But yeah, you guys got anything else for me before I go? Going once, going twice, 3 times. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody showing up. Those that watch live, those that are catching on replay. Thanks a lot. And I'll close you guys out with the cool intro. Here you go.
Laredo, take us out.
Take her out.
Every Friday night, join the fun and let's go off-world. Geek out with us live, where the nerdiness will thrive. Buckle up and let's go off-world. Toys, comics, pop culture news, movies and so much more. Matthew, Jesse, Curtis and Sean.